Okay.
Well, hello,
Good
Great Beard
afternoon.
family. Welcome to another episode. My name is Wayne, and to my
I'm Bug.
this side over here is my co-host.
It
Good
looked like
friend.
I'm looking the
Look,
wrong way.
I know I have to go like this. Remember when the video,
Yeah.
when I
What,
record,
what is it doing now? Is it
see,
pointing
like
at
to
you or
me,
pointing?
you're over here, right?
Yeah.
You're on that, but then if I go like this, yeah, there we go. What
Six shooter, baby.
is that? Probably gang signs or something. I don't know.
I know somebody can come by and spray the house.
Hmm. Uh,
Who's throwing up gang sign?
Yeah, I'll get some kind of weird. Someone will be like, "Oh,
Oh shoot. Three
well,
six. My,
I know, I know we're recording, so I think, yeah, I'm recording. The We're doing this a little out of schedule. Some conflict in schedule that we usually do it, so we're a little couple days early. We're a
hmm
little, so it's only been a couple days since our last show or cast, podcast, whatever you want to call this. Since we got together, and I mean, we see each other every day at work, except weekends, but the
Yeah.
some interesting things have transpired the last few days with automobile insurance.
Definitely.
It's unbelievable.
It's
Uh,
insane.
it is. I can't believe what you and Kyle, or a good friend Kyle at work, have to pay for car insurance.
Whopping $8,000 a year.
Uh, yeah, I am aghast at that amount. Now, so give everybody a little background. So I went to work, what was it, about 2 weeks ago or so,
hmm
and I was complaining about I got my quote costs from I have Travelers Insurance. We talked about this before,
Yeah.
and I told them mine went from like 2,200 to like 4 grand, and I pay mine
Mhm.
annually. I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that. The And they said it was going to go from 2,200 say to 4 grand. Now keep in mind I have four vehicles. I
hmm
think I've discussed this before. I don't have any children. No, it's just my wife and I. We have clean record, good credit, um, no accidents,
Yeah.
none of that. And you told me, I didn't realize that you were paying so much more for your car insurance than I.
I'm doing something wrong, obviously.
Well, well, in all fairness, even adding your youngest daughter onto your insurance policy, who's a teenager, new driver, I can understand a rate hike. Okay. But
200 extra dollar a month.
how much?
200 and probably about 200, close to 250 extra dollars
A month.
a month. Yeah. I was
That,
paying
that's
with the
ludicrous.
house and the four vehicles. I was paying like five something, 525. Now it's $725. So actually about $300 extra
That's
a
crazy.
month.
I,
Yeah,
I, I mean, wow. And
exactly.
now, for all fairness, your truck will be you'll have like 2 years coming up in what,
Yeah, I
December?
got a new truck. It's a
Well, it's 20
2022.
the 2022.
Yeah.
Your wife has I don't know if they consider that like a luxury
They
vehicle.
do. They consider it a luxury car. Actually, it costs more to insure her vehicle than it does that truck,
Yeah,
which has more value. So
yeah, that's
yeah,
well, and I can understand that to a certain extent, but
yeah,
yeah, but still, it's just
yeah,
you and the wife and your she'll be 17 soon, so
yeah. She'll be 17 in November. Yeah,
yeah, but she's a new driver. So I just can't believe it. And then you have four vehicles like I have four vehicles on my
Mhm.
policy. Um,
Yeah.
Now, granted, mine are considerably older than yours. My head is itching. Um, but I looked online. I said, why is the car insurance or automobile insurance gone up so much? And
auction.
they were like, well, the cost of repair has gone up. It's they're all they blame it a lot on inflation, right? And I was always under the impression your insurance cost was based. There's a couple, normal basis, which makes sense. The cost to repair the vehicle, obviously, the how new it is, how much the value of the vehicle is, uh, your driving record, so on. But now, I guess credit report is a factor as well. Um,
Yeah. And your kids' grades is a factor.
well,
If
yeah,
if
that I
Jada was had a, well, she's an AB, but if she had an A, I would get a discount for that.
that's ludicrous, right?
Yeah, I guess
So,
she,
so man, whatever. I don't
yeah.
understand it. It to
But
me,
the
and
crazy thing is though, Wayne, you mentioned a couple of factors that were in your favor. Good driving record, right? So why should inflation or the cost of repair, if I'm a good driver, I haven't had a wreck in
better
many
knock on some
years.
wood. Better knock on some wood when you say that.
No accidents, right? So the cost to repair my vehicle is zero. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would all be factored in, since I'm a safe driver. Well, okay, we're not gonna charge this guy inflation costs because he's been good,
Right.
you know. He hasn't made a claim in decades, you know. So it's if anybody think about insuring me, just know that I believe it's a whole fraud. I think
Yeah.
this is a fraudulent industry. You know what I'm saying? Who controls it? Who make these determinations? You like yourself, if you pay your insurance one lump sum of money, you get a huge discount. So that means they can afford really to charge you less in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So that extra $1,500 you may save by paying early, however much it is, you know, they that's overhead. You know what I'm saying? That's what profit, I should say.
Well,
That's
yeah, I give
profit.
them.
That's potential profit for them.
Yeah. As long as I don't have any accidents, that's money they're putting in their pocket, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a lot in the big scheme of things.
Hmm.
Um, I guess one accident, one vehicle,
Hmm.
you're, it's
And
money
all the
well
money
spent.
they're making.
Insurance is just that. Any insurance, right? You
Yeah.
may need it, you may not, it's a risk
Hmm.
to take. But the problem I have, I see a lot of these vehicles that have had a minor, I say minor, not real overall arching damaged vehicle, but because the airbag went off, they automatically will like total the damn vehicle. And that
That's
makes,
crazy.
I mean, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And I get it if the thing's crunched up to the firewall,
Yeah.
or, that they have to totally take the car apart and
Hmm.
rebuild it basically.
Yeah.
Um, I understand that, but
So what tips you got, Wayne? You got any tips? I mean, you've been pretty successful in getting your insurance rate down. Any tips you could pass on to folks that may be in my condition, paying
don't buy new
700.
vehicles.
Don't buy new. Okay, check.
Yeah.
All right,
I
I'm married
mean,
to this
I
game
mean,
now.
well, keep in mind, we're the same age, basically. You'll
Hmm.
be a year, you're a few months
Few
older
months.
than I am.
Yeah.
But the thing that gets me, I mean, if I was going to give anybody advice, right? I've been living this life for quite some time. I
Hmm.
don't buy something new. And I know everybody's out there going, well, you don't know nothing, whatever. I want the newest, safest stuff, blah, blah, blah. I get that, So you got to pay to play. You want that new fancy stuff, you're gonna have to pay for it. I love to have new fancy stuff, but
Hmm.
not at
Yeah,
not at that expense. I want to be able to eat, and keep the lights on in this mobile home that I got. So,
falling down around you, bro.
and you
Yeah.
had that, kind of, I don't know what you would call it. I don't know. I say epiphany maybe, but that's probably not the
Hmm.
right word. Where you're like, man, I'm living this, you know, with
Hmm.
more lavish lifestyle. You had a less complicated lifestyle just a couple years ago, and
Mhm.
you were telling me like, oh man, I was happy, but now I got all this stuff and it's costing
Mhm.
me money, and I want to be to the road where I can retire and be able to do it
Mhm.
financially. You know,
Mhm.
now I'm having that kick that can down the road because I got to pay some stuff off to be able to do it.
Oh
Right?
yeah, yeah. And that all falls on, like one of the shows we was talking about. This kind of all this stuff kind of bleeds into the election. The administration that you're under. What they're gonna do for you. You know, which candidate is going to be best for America, and best for America is basically trying to keep America out of debt, the citizens out of debt. A
Yeah.
lot of a lot of a lot of citizens are having to use their credit cards to survive off of them. You don't want to do that. Oh my
No.
God, you
To
definitely
what
don't want to
level
do
of,
that.
I always question that, and I believe that, but I always wonder what question, um,
Yeah.
what they feel their level of surviving is.
Yeah, in America, we survive pretty good. It ain't like some of these other countries out here where surviving is like trying to get a meal. In America, for the most part, you're gonna get some food. You got some shelter of some sort, and some form of entertainment. So if you're gonna be poor, America's the place to be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you see these guys on the street, you give them money. I mean, who knows? God, they make an ungodly amount of money. I would imagine sometimes.
Well, that's
It
an
all depends.
unfortunate, yeah, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate as well that you
yeah,
can't even trust a person on the
yeah,
street with a sign going, I, I need food or I work for food or whatever. And you're going,
yeah,
you see
yeah.
them fold up the sign at the end of the day and they walk down and jump in their,
Jump in the bins.
BMW and go home.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know
know how
what?
true that is. I'm just saying I've heard stories. I haven't personally witnessed that myself. So.
I'm gonna take a chance one of these days, man. I got a lawn company, right? I'm gonna pick one of these guys up. I'm gonna say, hey, man, you know, get in the truck. I can get you some food. I
They
know
ain't
that's
gonna get in that
dangerous.
truck. I'm
Hey, if he don't get in
betting
the
right
truck,
now.
he gonna
And
be on the show.
I don't know.
He
They're
gonna be
not
on the
gonna get in
show
that
one
truck.
way or the other.
If they did, I'd be
Like, come on,
totally.
man, get in the
I
truck.
would. I don't know. I'd say I'd eat my hat, but I ain't got good teeth, so.
Right, right. I
Yeah.
don't have as many as I used to have.
Yeah.
Got to cherish those bad boys. But
I
yeah,
don't know.
but
I don't
all
know.
of the scams.
I'd like to know. Hey, those are still are still with us and watching. Write down in the comments what you think about the insurance because it is. My homeowners doesn't renew until like April, May of next year. So I'm curious to see what
Yeah,
kind of what excuse they're gonna have for that. They're not, you know, they're it shouldn't go up, but they're gonna come storms that we've had and fires or hurricanes.
man.
Why am
This
I
is the stuff.
respond? That's the thing that gets me, right? Why are they pushing that on the rates increase if I haven't experienced, I haven't had, I should not be punished because where people want to live on for hurricanes or live somewhere where there's fires. Um, why am I live in an area that um it does flood here in a sense and get a lot of
Mhm.
rain, trees
Yeah,
fall, I get it.
yeah.
But if
You've
you
been
live in an
fortunate, but
area
they're
that's,
still gonna charge.
huh?
You've been fortunate, and they're still gonna charge you a lot of money just to insure you.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I have had a homeowner's claim.
Mhm.
I think I lived in a house about 20 years before I had a claim. Even with travelers, I had a claim. I was with travelers when the tree fell
Right?
on my house. They didn't raise my rate, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I was with USAA when I had some rain and hail damage on my roof, and they replaced the roof.
Hmm.
They raised my
Yeah.
rates, you know.
Let me ask you this, a personal opinion, not only for you, but for our listening audience. How much of this is human greed versus actually when I'm talking about the rates that they're charging us. How much of that just human greed? You know what I'm saying? We got the law on our side. These guys got to have insurance. Hey, we can doctor these numbers up and charge these individuals. How much of that is human greed? I mean, we see it. You probably seen it. Like, if you've ever been in a disaster area, you have individuals price gouging, you know what I'm saying? Because the resources are low. Yeah, I'm going to charge you $10 for a gallon of gas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they made laws against that. You know what I'm saying? Price gouging is illegal. You know what I'm saying? So, how much of this insurance thing is price gouging? Hey, we
Yeah.
can charge. We might as well get this money. You know what I'm saying? Or how much is it real? Are they really paying that? Are they barely surviving, these insurance companies? Hey, we're you know what I'm saying?
Dang, Barry. And that's part of the excuse. If you look up why is this automobile insurance gone up so much, and that's one of the things they put in there as well. It's for the insurance companies to be profitable, right? Profitable
Mm.
for
I
an
would like to
insurance
see the
company. I don't understand
profit
how much
margin.
profit does an insurance company need? You can pay
Yeah,
your employees, you paid all the claims. What are they doing with all them profits? They giving a
yeah. What
CEO
are they doing?
bonus every year, or you know,
Yeah, and then
are
they
they
fight
giving
not to
some,
play the. Yeah,
they giving some kickbacks to the policyholders? Hey, we overcharged you. We
and
don't.
then if
Here's a
there's a met
rebate.
like this hurricane is out there, right? If this darn thing destroyed too many houses, I remember back in the day, some of these insurance companies would leave the state. You know what? We're out. We'll
Florida's
leave the
big for
floor,
that.
huh?
Florida, yeah. My
Yeah, we're out. You know what I'm saying? We're bankrupt in Florida. We're moving to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's wrong, man. The law shouldn't allow that. You know, but I guess they're lobbyists, man. So anybody out there, any tips on this insurance, how to get it down? Give us your thoughts about,
my
is it fraud? What can we the people do, man? I feel like
wow, yeah. I
feel
think
powerless.
well, that's the thing, and everybody, they want again, that's the whole that needs and wants things that we talked about in the one show that didn't do very well because I think people are like, you don't know what you're talking about, you're crazy. Needs
Well,
and
we're just
wants.
regular dudes. Yeah. Yeah.
If I wanted it, it's a need, dang it. You ain't telling me nothing. Yeah.
It's what we were trying to tell them. They've changed your real needs, your wants. They've manipulated you to think that you need it. Yeah. With me, I
Oh
just
yeah.
wanted. It was
You
definitely wanted, but I
you
didn't
nailed it.
see. I didn't have a crystal ball to know that when I first bought the truck, the rates was reasonable. They just recently start going up. Even before Jada started driving, they start creeping up.
Yeah, I remember you
Even my
telling me how much it was costing you, but once you
yeah,
added her to the policy, it was like,
it skyrocketed. Yeah, and then like my business insurance, right? Um, I noticed it started out like $90 and then it doubled. It went to like $180 a month, right? And so I was like, I called him. I was like, what's up with this rate increase? I was like, well, a lot of lawn equipment is being stolen and all this good stuff and
so
blah,
what's
blah,
that got
blah.
to do with me? What is
Hey,
that? What was my
hey, man,
stuff stolen?
we passing this on. We sharing the wealth,
Yeah, exactly.
so
We got to
they
keep our profits, so you guys got to pay these expenses.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I changed that. I was successful in getting a better rate. I dropped some things,
yeah,
now
but
uh
you're now you had to drop some things. Do I
yeah,
take that now that you're taking risk on something
I'm
that
taking risks. That's
yeah,
right. Yeah. I'm
yeah.
like, you know what? I'm just worried about damn it, hurting another human. My my
Fair enough,
my
man. Because
equipment is at risk right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they'll. I mean, you hurt somebody on that equipment, man. It's
Mhm.
game over, right?
It's game over. Yeah, that's right. They're coming. They're coming for you. So yeah, man. The insurance thing is along with everything else, eggs, um, food, everything is
Yeah.
going up, man. So like I said on one of the other shows, I didn't really care about politics. But now that they're reaching into my pocket like that, I'm woke.
That's like I had to take some training today. Well, I needed to do it. I had till
Yeah.
December to do it, but I did some training today and I
Mhm.
was about nauseous after it, It's like,
What you mean?
oh, it's
Oh,
just, people were like, oh, they, I, we'll talk on that another time, but it was just like, I'm like, I could give a crap about your sexual preference, gender ID at work.
that was the train.
I'm like, I do not give a crap. If I say
Yeah.
something you don't like, just tell me. I won't say it. You know, they were just like, oh, my feelings were hurt.
I wonder though, are there that many people out there that feel that way, or is the powers that be just pushing this agenda? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
they got a lobby, they got a voice, and they're out there going, you know, and the politicians are jumping all over that to appease the mass of 10, 20. I don't even know. It's like less than 1%, whatever it is.
Hmm. Just
Fair
say
enough. I
you.
mean, everybody should be treated fair, right? I shouldn't be going into work and worrying that someone's gonna, you know, pick on me because I got, I don't know, hairy ears, whatever, I
You
got that.
called me out, bro. You
I
called me out.
don't worry, I trim these.
Yeah. I ain't trimming them tomorrow. Bernadette, he's like, you need to trim them ears, bro. Looking like elf around this mug.
Yeah, yeah. My wife gets mad at me not because my mustache gets too long.
Yeah.
If I let that bugger go, I wouldn't even have a
You
mouth.
want to have a mouth. He was like that thing called thing on the
Mhm.
Adams family.
Yeah,
I
and
think it's called thing or
she's
it or
like
something
going
like
and
that.
getting in her nose or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
not bad. But hey, the other thing was the big what? Well, come here. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. Yeah. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Huh? No? You just was bugging. My dog. I said hey, and she went to the door. She come over to the door going, what?
Right. Tracking.
But I don't know a lot about this other story when we were that seems to be, big on the news because I'm not in those circles of music. Um
Mm.
like
Oh,
we
you talking about that?
yeah, I
Sean.
I give very
He,
few famous people, if you will, any kind of props. I could meet them one every day and wouldn't know who they were. I might recognize them, go, I've seen you on TV, but
we forget that these individuals are human. You know what I'm saying? They're in the
right.
spotlight.
Hmm.
They make us happy. We can reminisce about a song that uh, take it back to a time of our life. I mean, they become
Yeah.
part of us, right? And then you hear something about their the human side of them. You know, and it can bother you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we forget, hey, they're human. Hey, you giving
I
these
don't
cats
forget.
all this?
They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like I
They
do.
do. Yeah.
And that's the
So.
thing where that baffles me, right? We've talked about this before,
Mm-hmm.
that people they idolize these, whether it be a sports figure, a movie star, um, with a singer, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I like music, I like sports,
Mm-hmm.
I like movies and TV.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. They did it. Hey, he was really convincing, or she did a really good job, wiggling her butt around on stage. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's some talent there,
Well,
But
think about it, man.
I'm
You're
just telling
married.
you, I do not feel the need to waste what little brain cells I have on remembering their name or where they're from, or I don't know what jersey number they have, or,
Mm-hmm.
I could give two hoots on that.
You know,
You hear their name after a certain amount of time. I can tell you, you
yeah.
know, some things would just stick for a little
Mm-hmm.
while, and then it'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
what was that guy's name that played for, the Colts?
Johnny Unitas,
Yeah.
somebody like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
remember that because I was very young, and a lot of younger
yeah.
memories are still easier to come by than more recent ones.
Thanks. Yeah.
Um, but
No, they was household names, man.
yeah, I
You
just
know,
don't get it, man. I was like, but you got someone that can sit there and tout off a bunch of stuff, but they can't change the light bulb, or I don't know, do a
it's not
walk,
popular.
change a tire, you know,
Yeah,
ooh,
it's not popular.
slow
Yeah.
down, don't, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
And I
I
got
get it.
everybody has certain things just click with them, just like math, or
Hmm.
history, or some people I got you if you have a passion for it. I understand that,
Yeah.
but some of this stuff these people will remember, um,
Hmm.
but with P Diddy,
He did it.
I don't know what he did. He's a singer, rapper,
Yeah, he was a
gymnast,
rapper. He was a
maybe. I don't know,
producer.
whatever.
Yeah, he did all that, man. And
What did he
heck,
do?
I those.
What is he accused
Yeah,
of?
they're accused of
Sex
trafficking,
trafficking or something?
sex trafficking, being having these parties where people were being forced into having sex and stuff like that. So, you know, that's gonna be.
I was
I was just listening.
partying with P. Diddy. Where have they been for all that? Was this last week, last month? What?
No, man, it's been going on for a while, but because of his status, he's been able
What's his
to live.
status? Rich?
He's rich. He's a billionaire. You know,
Was.
he's got. Yeah, he's probably dwindling fast with all these lawyers. He got a team of lawyers
Well,
trying to keep him
that's
out.
why I question some of this side. They're like, "Oh man, what happened to you, man? He did this. You
Hmm.
you can get some
Yeah,
money, girl.
yeah. Hey,
I don't know. The
that's a
guys,
possibility
girls,
too.
what? Was it
He
you
got
telling me
bandwagon.
about some guy named Bieber or Bieber? What was his name? Um,
Justin Bieber or something like
oh,
that.
Bieber. Yeah, that's what it was. Who's
Yeah,
he? What does he do?
he's a singer. He's a very popular pop star. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of those teenage. Well, he's a grown man now, but he was very famous, and he got in some trouble. I forgot. I don't know what exactly he did, but he's not on the level of P Diddy though. He's not.
But he was involved, isn't he? Like implicated in this thing somehow?
I don't
Victim?
know. I
Is
haven't
he a
heard his name
victim
come up.
or?
Yeah, I haven't heard him come up in this thing, but a
No.
lot of names are coming up. There's a very popular pastor that's affiliated with P. Diddy. A guy named T.D.
Sharpton?
Jakes. No, I'm not sure. You wish, right? You wish it was
Yeah,
Sharpton.
that would be awesome.
No, Sharpton's probably too smart for that.
I
But
don't know about that. I think his hands are pretty dirty in things.
he started out. Now he had a rough start from what I know about Al. He was like I think grew up in Chicago, and then he became. I know he was a pastor, and then he got into politics. You know what I'm saying? And that's where he's at right now. But
Well, I thought he
I
was.
think
Don't they still call him Reverend or something?
yeah, they still call him Reverend. I mean, he didn't. He's long. I mean, I guess once you get that title, you never lose it. But
I suppose. Yeah.
he's a
I mean,
he's
I
a
don't know.
political
I don't know how you
analyst or
get
something.
the word
Yeah.
or title of Reverend. You got to be ordained or something. I don't even
He
know.
probably was ordained back in the day. I saw some pictures or videos of him. He had this super fly hairdo, this perm.
What is
He
the
was fat then.
Superfly
He was
hairdo?
fat.
You gotta have to. What is the Superfly hairdo?
Super fly hairdo is like a perm. You know, it straightens your hair and put curls in it or whatever you want to do.
Is
And then
that like
he looked
Jerry
like
curl? Am I saying
no, it wasn't a Jerry curl. It was more
like
like
your life experience with Jerry curl?
yeah, I had one of those, but I didn't have I was the next generation. That's where it went. We went from the process, they call it a process back in the day. So he looked like stereotypically speaking, a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and pimps used to wear their hair like women. You know what I'm saying? But it was a man, and it wasn't.
Were they? You don't know today.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Well, in the
man,
nine
do that.
minutes or so we got left for the show,
Yeah,
um, I think there's going to be some more people. I think P. Diddy, is it P. Diddy?
he
Diddy?
did it. He did it. Puff Daddy, Puffy. He got a lot of
Wasn't he named
aliases.
like Puffy Comb Over or something? Coma? What was it?
Seth Combs, oh my God. For his name is Sean Combs, but they'll put Sean Puffy Combs because that was his nickname.
Puffy.
Puffy.
Was
Yeah, Puff
he a
Daddy.
fat kid or what?
No, he's not fat at all. Maybe because he wore this big puffed up jacket. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Oh,
that's why they
okay.
call him Puffy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'd be curious
Yeah.
why that, and I don't think that I think you know a lot about
No,
the
I
Diddy
don't.
or
I mean, I was in that vein, you know what I'm saying? But
well, what song? Do you know of any of his songs or anything he did? I don't know.
Uh, yeah, he got a lot of songs, man. But honestly, I don't know a lot of his songs.
Is he
Well,
recent? Is
look,
it recent stuff for him or?
I don't know anything recent he's done, but he lately he's just been a producer. He
Oh,
produced
okay.
folks. You know what
He got
I'm
out
saying?
of
You know,
making and now he's
yeah,
producing. Okay.
yeah. And supposedly some of the folks that he produced or whatever to get on his label, you had to do certain things. So
Yeah.
kind of
But I
like
have
a
a feeling
Epstein.
he's gonna be dropping a ton of names.
Well, I don't know how that's gonna help him. You know what I'm saying? If he's the head of the snake, that's just
But
I
is
don't
he?
think it's
That's the
gonna
thing. Is he or was he part of the um what was that guy, that island, Epstein?
Epstein.
Was he involved with that dude, I don't know.
Don't never know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, I mean
amazing
that's
that they
just I mean conspiracy,
yeah.
Uh
Yeah. Hey, I don't really know, but if anybody out there that knows, you want to enlighten us on who he is and what he
mhm.
did and all that kind of stuff, feel free to comment, enlighten us. Might talk about it again, but I don't really run in those circles, but I know
No, I don't
it's a hot
either.
topic right now.
And I'm not saying you do. If you had your Cowboys hat on, then I would probably
I would question me. It'd be
probably be
questionable.
like, okay, yeah, and you turn it a little sideways or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Facts. You know
right.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
sure there's some people, I don't know, my audience or friends core that would do the few that watch and actually take the time to comment.
Mhm.
They may be more informed on stuff.
Probably so. Yeah. And I'm sure I got some friends on Facebook that could enlighten us, man. Yeah, this is Sean. I mean, there's some folks that follow him like the Messiah. He got a large fan base. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Like I said,
Yeah.
back in the day, he
Back in
made a lot of music that I like. You know what I'm saying? We're talking back in the 90s. He's been around. He's been around for a
Oh, in
while.
the 90s. Okay.
Yeah, he was
I mean,
talking
I seem to
90s, early
recall. I
2000s.
mean, I didn't really listen to a lot of music outside
Hmm.
of what rock and roll, and then it was
Hmm.
country in the 90s. I think
Hmm.
um
Hmm.
dang, what's his name? Seems like Garth Brooks. Yeah, Garth Brooks.
Hmm.
And there's a couple of them. I just don't, you know, George
You sound
Strait.
like a
Everybody knows George Strait. Those kind of.
yeah.
But I haven't
I heard
listened to
of
that. I didn't listen to it a whole lot. But it was kind of what was popular at the time, and I was obviously being kind of a Motorhead kind of guy. I would watch NASCAR when I could, and
you
um
seem like a Bruce Springsteen boss type of
um
guy.
I did not dislike Bruce, what was his name?
Springsteen.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
Springsteen.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Singstein or something, but yeah, he what did he do? Was he the one that kind of yeah, like Born in USA?
Yeah, born in the USA. That
Yeah,
was
that
him.
was him, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was him. He had some hits. He was cool.
Yeah.
I grew up.
There's a few things, like I said, I know I can tell you all kinds of what AC/DC songs, but don't I know, like, for some reason Angus Young, because I can relate it to food, like steak,
Yeah,
Angus.
yeah, yeah.
I think, well, maybe that's his name. I might be wrong, but anyway.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm kind of I was grew up I like I grew up with R&B, soul, stuff, Motown. I know
mhm. Oh
you
yeah, my
fan of
mom always had some Motown going, playing, in
mhm,
the back in '60s, '70s.
mhm.
So,
Yeah. And then, I got introduced to a lot of rock music when I was stationed up at Fairchild, the Northwest. I
mhm.
got Def Leppard. I still like them to this
Oh
day. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Oh, I
Even
remember a
Jada,
lot
man.
about Def Leppard. Yeah.
Jada was listening to some Def Leppard and she was over there singing it. I was like, what? I can't believe it.
Jada
Yeah,
was?
Jada
Really?
was listening to it, man.
Good deal.
Yeah, she was checking out some Def Leppard. I mean, she got these groups out there that she listened to now.
Well, like I said, I mean, I listen to
Some,
all kinds of music, man. I'm not,
yeah.
um, my jukebox has everything in it, you know.
Hey, Jukebox Hero. Remember that song?
Yeah. Um, that's like in the '80s. It seems like that was in, um, uh,
Let me see who was that. Foreigner.
was it
That was
Foreigner?
Foreigner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I
Jukebox
was
Hero.
listening to Foreigner when I had my real first car accident, where I totaled a car that I had just got fixed, my dad and I just got it on the road running, that I paid
Yeah.
$200 for it.
Hmm.
And I'd probably been driving it a couple months, and I
Hmm.
side T-boned
Hmm.
some lady in an intersection.
Hmm. Yeah, your wife is from Minnesota, right?
Hmm.
Okay. I like that. I like the Minnesota music,
Prince. Mhm.
Prince and the time, I idolized those guys back when I was in high school. I tried to be Morris Day, growing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you listen to some of his music tomorrow. Pretty cool. But I love some
Yeah.
Prince too. Both of them guys was my heroes back in the day. But yeah, man.
There's
So
awesome days, man. I tell you, growing up, it's like, I don't know if you got the text or not. I got a text from, you'll never guess who just texted me a little bit ago, probably about 22 minutes ago.
oh,
No, no,
I know it's past his bedtime. I never would have guessed him.
no. It was someone that was in the office at one time. You'll never guess.
Really?
He texted
Oh, I
me.
know who you're talking about. You're talking about the guy that had to save for vacation.
No, 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 no,
No?
no, no.
How about
But you're not, I don't think you're on the string of text messages.
what
It's got,
about woke?
huh?
What about woke? Wake.
You guessed it.
Oh my goodness. We need to turn him on. He need to come on here.
Here, I'll show you what he sent me real quick.
What
I'll
is
try
that?
to. You can see it.
Oh my goodness. Look at this dude. He
Yeah,
done transformed. He got him on. I can't
yeah,
see what kind. Got a little couple antlers on there.
yeah. Just a little 6 point looks like.
Yeah.
He's first on the board.
Yeah,
I
he's
could have been. I could have already been, but I haven't. But
yeah.
anyways, let's look here. We got about a minute.
Mhm.
Any closing remarks from you, sir?
Hey man, help me out with this insurance. Anybody out there, help me out. Got any tips? Save me. Paying a
I
mortgage
already
pay.
told you I needed to get rid of all them fancy truck and car.
I can't just unload. I'm
Get
married to
get
these darn
get
things.
Jada a bicycle.
Funny,
He's
but
gonna be
yeah.
like, he's
Hey,
gonna
thank you
call me
guys for
all kinds of
listening.
things. He told my dad to get him a bicycle.
Who is that guy? Who is this?
Anyways,
This Wayne guy?
anyways, I'll let you close it out, sir.
Okay. Hey, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. You guys give us motivation to keep going, keep doing this. We're gonna do it until we reach the top.
Yeah, we having
Um,
fun. Just having
Wayne and I,
fun.
yeah, we definitely have more fun. This thing, if we could record this at the job,
Oh, yeah,
we'll have about 1 million followers because we
it'd be
just get
rated
raw.
R though.
Yeah, it's a little rated R. I
All
keep
right,
mine PG-13.
all right.
But
We're gonna
hey,
have to give it a proper out here.